Okay, so I'm not really used to doing like public service announcements or anything like that by any means, but I got to thinking about it, and with Assault Mode Melee being actually like fully like out and here on JP, I mean there's obviously we still have to go through the Escanor banner, or the one Escanor banner that'll come out eventually. I'm assuming for probably the 1 year anniversary on global, and then I don't know exactly when Assault Mode Melee is going to be coming out, but I mean they did it pretty soon after the one Escanor banner on JP. So I don't want to say that it's possible that they'll put them both on the same banner, because that would be really weird. It would be really nice if they put them on both on one banner, so that way you don't have to spend a whole lot of diamonds on two different banners. But I really can't see them doing that, because they're very money-driven people. So if you haven't already invested into UR gear for Meliodas or Escanor, or even Goddess Liz for that matter, because obviously any Liz can use like that. That's the best thing about UR gear, is that not only I built UR gear for my Lost Vein Meliodas, but I can use it on my Demon Meliodas. Although with Demon Meliodas, some people would want a little bit more pierce rate on their set, and I completely understand that. But I just use a standard attack defense set on my Meliodas and my or just my Meliodas UR set in general, so that way Lost Vein can use it. I can use it on my Demon Meliodases. I can use it on the regular Meliodases if I ever actually decided to use them. I have a UR set for King at this point. I built it for Blue King, but I could use it on Festival King if I really wanted to. I have a UR set for Gother, so if they ever do a Festival Gother set, you could potentially be able to use it on him. I don't know what Festival Gother would be, but I'm sure eventually they'll probably end up making one. I actually already have a set for Merlin as well, and I feel like that was a really good sort of investment, because Merlin is a really good sort of supporty kind of character, whether you're using green Merlin in the back or maybe even red Merlin to help like freeze and stuff like that. Just Merlin in general is a good support character, so I didn't feel bad investing UR gear into her. But the big thing is that my big assumption is that there's a true form Merlin from the show. I'm not going to go into detail so I don't spoil anything. But there's a version of Merlin that we don't have in the game yet that I could see being a festival unit. There's a version of Bond that I could see. I'm sure you've heard people talk about Purgatory Bond. I don't know exactly what Purgatory Bond even is, because he's not in. I don't read the manga for the show, or for the series, but I've watched the show, and I don't know. As far as I know, they're not to that point yet, but I could see Bon or Merlin being one of the next two to get a festival unit. It's kind of weird that Meliodas got two festival units so early, but then again, he's the main character of the whole series, and a lot of people were really wanting Assault Mode Melee, so I can completely understand why they went ahead and pushed that out. So it makes me think that since I already have a UR set for Merlin, I'm going to start trying to work on putting a set together for Bond. The only thing that's you have to kind of worry about with making a UR set in advance is that you may want different stats on it whenever the character comes out, because you obviously don't know what the character's kit is going to look like until the character's already here and we know what he does. But, I'm just going to go for the safe bet. I'll probably just end up putting together an attack defense set and just get as good of rolls as I can on it. And then I'll UR a set for Bond, so that way whenever, eventually whenever something, good comes out, I'll be able to use it on him, and I won't have to worry about investing then and have, if maybe I'll be in the middle of trying to UR another set for a certain character or whatever the case may be, but I'll just have it ready for whenever he actually comes out. So, yeah. Just thought it was kind of an interesting concept. The biggest example of that actually is the fact that Escanor, a lot of people like the way the one Escanor works is that you want to have as much HP on him as possible. So you would technically want his UR set to be an HP defense set. But because the two Escanors that are already in the game are more reliant on, just being raw like attackers, I just have an attack defense set for my Escanor, which I'm still planning on using on the one. I'm personally not going to invest an entire set of UR gear just for the one Escanor. I don't think it's a great investment, just personally. Obviously, if you want to get the most out of the character, that's probably what you would want to do, but I already have a set for Escanor. I'll just end up using it on the 1 whenever he comes out. So, I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, you guys can do whatever you guys want to do, but yeah, I just thought it would be kind of an interesting thing to kind of note that Bon or Merlin, like, I could definitely see them coming out with a UR, or not a UR set, but a festival unit somewhat soonish. Maybe not, you know, I would, now that JP has got Assault Mode Meliodas out, I would assume that the next, you know, festival unit is going to end up being one of the Sins, and I could definitely see it being between these 2 characters. So, I don't know, just an interesting concept. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think might come out next as a festival unit? Because honestly, I really have no idea. But with season 4 coming out sometime this year on the anime, and the obviously the manga is already pretty decently far in, and I think the manga might already be finished. Actually, not super sure on that, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously just going to get closer and closer. So I don't know. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on it. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.